So just a really quick entry. I was listening to the radio, and Jonas Knox, with his weekend edition, on the weekends, Jonas Knox, who is part of Two Pros and a Cup of Joe, he does on the kind of more of a solitary thing. He does a Cup of Joe or Two Joes, and he plays both parts. I don't know what he's doing, but he's playing both parts of a Cup of Joe. But he was on there saying that on a television program he watched, a cheaters television program, that this woman came in on a hotel room and she found her husband cheating on her, but her husband was dressed like a woman. And Jonas thought that was so crazy and perplexing, and I thought, even as a dog, I said, Jonas, the bad part is that they were fornicating, they were doing the adultery. But Jonas, Jonas is what you call, he's asatirical. He doesn't acknowledge that God exists. So he doesn't think it's so strange that they would be fornicating or having a lot of, whatever you call that, adulterization. Jonas is a degenerate gambler. He's, he has very loose morals. So he's, he didn't have problem with the fornication. He had the problem with the man being in the woman dress. And he started knocking. So he didn't know which was worse, getting caught as a cheater or getting caught as a cheater in a woman's dress. But of course, if we're getting caught as a cheater, anything else would make it worse. You're bad. You're a cheater. And, and then if it's a woman's dress, that's even more weird. So, yeah, that's worse. But, it's not bad by itself to be in. If he wasn't cheating and he just wanted to get in a woman's dress to have sex with a lady in a hotel room, there'd be no problem. That's his own personal, whatever you call it, his ideology. So, but Jonas thought it was so insane and so crazy, and he was being a little bit, whatever you call it, when you're being nasty to somebody else and making fun of them because they're, they're not so, whatever, like they're not exactly like you are. And so Jonas was saying he didn't know which one it was worse, and he didn't want to go down that road, so he stopped because he didn't want to get in trouble with the transvestites, this or that or the other. Whoever knows who's going to get mad at you if you start making fun of the guy for being caught not only as a fornicator, but yet being caught in a dress as a fornicator. So Jonas backed off right away, but little did Jonas know that the real person that got to make fun of is the lady. The lady who's doing the cheating, the other fornicating, the adulteress. She's hooking up with a guy in a dress. What's her problem? This woman can't get a guy in regular guy clothes? She's got to go for a guy who has to be in a dress? I mean, the joke is on her. And if you want to make fun of anybody, you would make fun of the lady, who wants to be a homewrecker. And she says, I want to be a homewrecker so bad, it's okay. If you want to get in a dress, okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. I want to be with a man, but if you got to feel like you got to be in a dress to be with me, and she says it's okay. That's kind of a codependency relationship thing. But that was the crux of it. That was the real joke. But Jonas couldn't see that because he's so amoral. He couldn't see what the real problem was because he's so, modern. He's a gambling juicer, whatever, phony baloney fool. That's Jonas. He's today it's Saturday, so he's doing his solo program, Two Joes, and he plays both parts. He plays the dumb Joe and he plays the less dumb Joe. But whatever, it's good. I listened to it myself, so what am I going to say? But he kind of got caught up there a little bit in the whole thing. But, he wiggled out. He did. He wiggled out pretty good.